Okay, now we will be discussing about angle made by transversal. So first of all, what is a transversal? Transversal is a line which intersect two or more lines at two distinct points. For example, this is line L, this is line M, and these two lines L and M are intersected at 2 points, here and here, by a third line. So this third line is known as transversal. So I have represented this transversal as T, small t. This is small l, small m are the two lines, and these are intersected by a transversal small t. This region which is enclosed between the two lines is called the interior regions. It is called the interior region. And the region which is outside this line is called the exterior region. This is exterior region, this is exterior region. That is the reason why the angles which are formed in the interior regions are called interior angles. Interior angles, and the angles which are formed in the exterior regions are called exterior angles. Now, this is interior angle, this is interior angles. We can also say these interior angles are interior adjacent angles, and this angle and this angle, these are on the opposite sides of the transversal, therefore they are called the interior opposite alternate interior angles. They are called the alternate interior angles. Similarly, this and this angle, they are interior adjacent, this and this interior adjacent, but this angle and this angle are called alternate interior angles. However, these angles, this angle and this angle, this angle and this angle, they are in the exterior region, so they are called the exterior angles. Now let us discuss the angles. Here I have shown this transversal is made and it is intersecting two lines. It is not necessarily that the two lines which is intersected by the transversal is always parallel. It can be these two lines can be parallel to each other, or they may be non-parallel. Okay, here I have shown one figure where they are not parallel to each other, and in this figure they are parallel to each other. So let us discuss what are the different types of angle formed when a transversal intersect two lines, whether it intersect parallel lines or non-parallel lines. First category of angles are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles, as we have discussed, angle 4 and angle 6. This is one example of alternate interior angles. Angle 3 and angle 5. Only two pairs of alternate interior angles exist when a transversal intersect two lines. Now second is corresponding angles. There are four different pairs of corresponding angles. We will discuss one by one. Angle 2 and angle 6. Angle 2 and angle 6. The corresponding angles are basically the angles which are on the same side of the transversal with the made by the transversal with the two lines. This is angle 2 which is made by first line with the transversal. This is angle 6 which is made by the second line with the transversal. They are called the corresponding angle. Similarly, angle 4 and angle 8 are the another pair of corresponding angle. Angle 3 and angle 7 is the third pair. Angle 1 and angle 5 is the fourth pair. So there are four different pairs of corresponding angles which exist. Third category is angle co-interior angle or consecutive interior angles. Co-interior angle, consecutive interior angles means angle 4 and angle 5 are interior angles and they are adjacent to each other, or they are consecutive with each other. Therefore, they are called the consecutive interior angles or co-interior angles. Angle 4 and angle 5. Second pair is angle 3 and angle 6. So there are two different pairs of co-interior angles which exist. Now the fourth is alternate exterior angle. Alternate angles, and they must be exterior. Angle 1 is exterior angle, angle 7 is exterior angle, and both the angles are on the opposite side of the transversal. Therefore they are called alternate exterior angles. Angle 1 and angle 7. Second pair is angle 2 and angle 8. Got it? Now what if the angles made by transversal in case of parallel lines? There are three very important properties when the transversal is intersecting a pair of parallel lines. Then in that case the alternate interior angles will be equal. This is very important property. Alternate interior angles will be equal when the angles are when the two lines are intersected by a transversal. Like here, angle 3 and angle 5, they are alternate interior angles. They will be equal to one another. Second, angle 4 and angle 6, they are also alternate interior angles. You can also identify the alternate interior angles in such a manner that it will always form like this, Z-like structure, or the opposite of Z-like structure, okay, or sometimes N-like structure, or the opposite of N-like structure. So these are the four different types of alternate interior angles. Now the corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are basically, you can identify the corresponding angles as F. Like if this is transversal and one line, another line, this is something like F. So this angle and this angle is a corresponding angle. Okay. Similarly, so F-like structure is forming in corresponding angles. So corresponding angles will be also equal in case a transversal is intersecting the two parallel lines. This transversal is intersecting two parallel lines, so the corresponding angles will also be equal. Alternate interior angles will be equal. Alternate interior, okay, be very careful, not exterior. Only alternate interior angles will be equal. Corresponding angles will also be equal. That is, angle 1 will be equal to angle 5, angle 2 will be equal to angle 6, angle 4 will be equal to angle 8, angle 3 will be equal to angle 7. And the third very important property is that the consecutive interior angles or the co-interior angles are supplementary. Supplementary means the sum of the, or we can say the sum of co-interior angles will be 180 degree. Okay, like here angle 4 and angle 5 are consecutive interior angles. The sum is equal to 180 degree. Angle 3 and angle 6 are also co-interior angles. Sum is equal to 180 degree. Okay, let us look at some of the important axioms and theorems of the chapter. So first of all, let us know what is axioms. Axioms are basically the assumptions or the universal truth, and they are not proved. Okay, they no need to prove these because they are obvious universal truths. So first axiom is axiom 6.1. It states that if a ray stands on a line, then the sum of two adjacent angles so formed is 180 degrees. So this ray is standing on a line, and the adjacent angles, this one, angle 1 and angle 2 are the adjacent angle. Then the sum of angle 1 and angle 2 will be 180 degree. Okay, linear pair property we have studied. Axiom 6.2 states that just the converse of the axiom 6.1, that if the sum of the two adjacent angle is 180 degree, then the non-common arms of the angle form a straight line. Just opposite of 6.1 means if the angle 1 plus angle 2 equals to 180 degree, then this BOC is a straight line. BOC is straight line. Okay. And in the above case, that if angle 1 plus angle 2 is 180 degree, then this BOC, if BOC is a straight line, then angle 1 plus angle 2 will be straight angle, that is equal to 180 degree. Now we come to axiom number 6.3. In axiom 6.3, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angle is equal. Okay, transversal T is intersecting two parallel lines, then the each pair of corresponding angles, that is the angle 1 is equal to angle 5, angle 2 equals to angle 6, angle 4 equals to angle 8, and angle 3 is equal to angle 7. Each pair of corresponding angle is equal. Axiom 6.4, if just the converse of 6.3, that is if a transversal intersect two lines such that a pair of corresponding angle is equal. For example, these are two parallel lines and a pair of corresponding angles are equal. That is, suppose if angle 1 and angle 5 is equal, okay, then we can say that this line L and this line M will be parallel. If transversal intersect two lines such that a pair of corresponding angle is equal, then the two lines are parallel. Got it? Just the opposite of axiom 6.3. Now we will see few theorems. What are theorems? Theorems are basically statements which are proved. Axioms are the assumptions which are universal truth. They are not proved, but theorems are statements which are proved. They are proved using definitions or axioms or previously proved statements or by deductive reasoning. So first of all, theorem number 6.1. It states that if two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles, if these two lines are intersecting each other, these are the vertically opposite angles. Suppose angle 1 and angle 3, then angle 1 will be equal to angle 3. The vertically opposite angles will be equal. Theorem 6.2 states that just the opposite of converse of theorem 6.1. If a transversal intersect, sorry, this is the another one. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, this is the transversal, it is intersecting two parallel lines. Okay, transversal, it is intersecting two parallel lines, then the alternate interior angles are equal to each other. Suppose this is 3, 6, so angle 3 will be equal to angle 6. Okay, and theorem 6.3, opposite of converse of 6.2, that is if transversal intersect two lines, transversal is intersecting two lines and pair of alternate interior angles is given equal, means if angle 3 is given equal to angle 6, then the two lines L and M will be parallel to each other. Got it? Now theorem 6.4, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side will be supplementary. So these are the consecutive interior angles or interior angles on the same side. So if the transversal is intersecting parallel lines, then these co-interior angles will be supplementary. So that is angle 3 plus angle 5 will be equal to 180 degree. Theorem 6.5, converse of theorem 6.4, that is if angle 3 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degree, then in that case the line L and line M will be parallel to each other. Okay, if the according to theorem 6.5, if angle 3 plus angle 5 means pair of co-interior angles is sum of co-interior angles is 180, then the given lines will be supplementary. Theorem 6.6, lines which are parallel to the same lines are parallel to each other. For example, if line L is parallel to line M and line L is also parallel to line N, L is parallel to M and L is parallel to N, then M will also be parallel to N. Theorem 6.7, sum of angles of the triangle is 180 degree That is also called the angle sum property of triangle. Okay, thank you.